Oh, 1 second. We gotta update all the titles here. 1 second. Update titles. We're gonna do Unity AI game. Kind of. Unity AI game. All right. Porting a Python project, a Pygame, right? A Pygame project, Pygame to Unity, which we already did. We already did this. Let me bring this up over here. Okay, click the retitle button. There we go. Here we go. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Perfect. Update. Update. All right. Excellent. Yeah. Oh well. An error happened. Oh, it'll be fine. It's no worries. It'll be different. It won't be too confusing. It won't be too confusing. Okay. So let's go over here. We've got our instructions on. So we already ported all the code over to Unity. And now what we need to do is get it running in the Unity game editor, and then see if we can build the game, and see if we can actually make what would be like an APK or something. That would be pretty nice. So first off, what we want to do is follow these instructions. We need to create. It looks like we need to create here a Open Unity Hub, which I already have open. Create a new TD project and name it whatever we want. We'll call it AI game. Let's see here. Here we go. Hey, Willie, how's it going? Sorry for disappearing. Been working a graveyard shift? Hey, that sounds actually like a lot of fun. Doesn't it sound great? Just like hang out, stare out. There, graveyard shift usually, well, it depends though. If it's a hospital graveyard shift, that's a different story. if it's a graveyard shift just doing other things, usually it's pretty relaxing. Okay, let's see here. So new project. Where's the, oh, here we go. Organization, project name. Okay, we'll call this AI. Oh, wait. Desktop AI game. Do I already have that directory? Let me see if I already have that directory. One moment here. Let me see here. I want to double check to see if I already have that directory. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, 1 second. You know what? That's probably fine. We'll leave it that way. We'll see what happens. Okay, I want to go over here, CD to the desktop. By AI. Oh, I already have the directory. I already have the project. Okay. Oh, I already have it set up. All right, I already did this part. Okay, so since we already have that, can I open it? Let's see, projects. My project game. It doesn't. Oh, so I guess it's this one right here. Okay. All right, it's loading on. We're loading in now. So we'll load this in. Second, we'll pull this up over here. Clicky the button. Okay. Looks good. Yo, how's it going, Kevin McAllister? Yesterday, we had a lot of fun with assembly. I wanted to do more, and I saw like the next step would be like case switch statements and for loops and things like that, which is pretty neat. And I had it up. Oh, how's it going? Hello, buddy. Hey, how's it going? No gas station? Oh, gas station more entertaining than relaxing and watching the chasing munchies. Yeah. You can watch all the riff-raff changing munchies. That sounds great. Hey Torva, how's it going? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. We're gonna do. There was a lot of asks to see if we can get to the next step of the AI game. Okay, so oh, hey, how's it going today? Today, baby, how's it going today, baby? We're gonna do C# now. We're doing C#. So that's the plan. So let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can get this in the right shape so everyone can see it nicely on their screen. All right, pull this over here, move this down. And so we already have the project set up. So all we have to do is, let's see, all we have to do, the landscape stream still says assembly tutorial. I know I can't change it. It won't let me. I know, I tried updating the title. Let me see if I can do it again. Update titles. Let's see, let me see, Unity. We'll see if it works. Updating. Is it working? Nope. It says it failed. It's failing for some reason. It's giving me an error. So, oh well. We'll have to deal with that later. What are we doing? We built an AI game previously. All right. So here's the AI game. And let me see if I can pull this in here. LS. See, let's go back over here. Back to the other directory, please. Thank you. And then Python, I think, was it called AI. Game.py? Here we go. And it should, yeah. It pulls up and it does this sort of game where you see Watson over here. Watson's on the screen. It will try to chase you. It learns to chase you. And so you can hide, kind of. And the closer you get to the AI, the scarier things get. The screen shakes and stuff like that. So we added a whole bunch of features. We added some ghosting. We added some networking. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done with coding? Exploits. Exploits. I've done some exploits before. Call you baby. Instead of day baby. Okay, I'm not. Okay. All right, no worries. Can you please teach me personally, please? Wait, teach you what? Hey, it's going, Drawn Brothers. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Today we're going to be getting this AI game in C#. We already did the port, so all we have to do is get it up and running in Unity. So let's see if we can make it happen. What IDE did you use for assembly? I used Vim, just regular Vim. So let's see here, CD for desktop. We had over here, and then you go hello silicon, ls vi chapter, and let's just go into chapter 1 really quick. And like there's a hello world. Here's a simple hello world assembly file, and it worked really well. I know consciousness allows us to love, sacrifice, suffer beyond ourselves. What are you talking about? Survival of the course, nowhere else in the universe? What do you mean? Can you teach me coding? Let me know what you're interested in coding. We can do this now. Like what? Maybe we could plan it out in the future. We could do a stream where we cover the specific topics for software engineering. And you don't really need like, what do you call, a traditional education at a university. You can learn on your own. Can you please tell me something about, I only have information about software engineering. Teach me Keycloak and SailPoint. Oh, hey, you're back. Hey, how's it going, Azzy? That's right. You want to know about, so I don't know those languages. I don't know those things. It would be difficult and probably irresponsible for me to teach you the things I don't know. It would be teach you the things I don't know. Let's see here. Coding turned spiritual. It seems like it, right, Carmu? It seems like it. All right. So what I want to do is, I know the stream title says something different. It's not letting me change it. It just says error. So we'll have to, I wonder if we can modify it here. Let's see, edit title. Okay, here we go. All right, I think I can change this. All right, Unity game. All right, Unity game. Perfect. Unity game. Perfect. Save. All right, is that working? All right. Edit. Unity game. Excellent. Okay. Titles are updated. There we go. Are you going to write in C# in Vim too? Yeah, I think so. I think that's the idea. So we've got here a bunch of default assets and scenes. So we have to follow the instructions here. So let's go instructions.md. And the instructions tell us to open Unity Hub, create a new project, which we did. Named it whatever we liked. I think we named it something. I don't know what it is. And then we need to copy all the asset scripts into your assets folder. So we need to copy the scripts folder over into the assets folder. And so that's what we're going to do next. Okay, let's see here. Close that, ls. Okay, get rid of that. Close there, over here. All right, we're in the AI game. Okay, cd unity, ls. Okay, so we have this assets. So cp-r, assets, and then the script file. And to, where is it? Actually, before we do that, 1 second. Yep, title updated. All right, nice. Hey, Kevin McAllister, thank you for double checking. GPT or Gemini, your favorite AI? Between them, Claude. Claude. I like Claude. Gemini, though, is at the very top right now, right? Gemini is number 1. Yeah, I agree with self-taught is the best way. It takes time, but it's worth it. You're right. It's totally worth it. We're absolutely worth it. How you started this? The coding? I wanted to be a game developer. So that's what we're doing right now. Today, we're doing some game development. So it's a little bit of a little bit from the past. Okay, so Unity. Oh, okay, I see. So let's see, ls ... ls asset. Okay. So we've got these scripts here. All these scripts. Okay. So cp-r assets and scripts star to I guess it's on our desktop, right? Desktop AI game. AI. There we go. AI game. My project. and then the assets directory and the scripts folder. Scenes. Oh, there's no scripts there. Okay. So then we have to change that up. We'll go like this. Let's see here. We need to do this. Perfect. Okay. Done. All right, we did it. We did it. SAQ 3000, how's it going? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. I mean, it depends on how many factors by that means depends on what you are going to use AI for. It does, right? It seems like most of these AI models have been tuned for very specific purposes, like Claude Code mostly, or Claude mostly for coding. Hey, how's it going, Bethany? How's it going? Good to see you. Hey. All right, so what we're going to do is, now that we've got all of our script files in the directory, let's go to the next step. Unity will automatically compile the scripts. Really? Already? Coding philosophy, quick question. Okay, what is it? What do you got? What do you got? What's your quick question? All right, let's see here. Is it Unity? Here we go, Unity. Okay. Let's make sure. Okay, it is. Oh, we say it's compiling right now. Right here, right here. It says it's doing it. It did it. It built our C# files. That was pretty impressive. Oh, you just subscribed, Bethany? All right, nice. Thank you. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome on in. We're going to be doing, this is a software engineering channel. We talk about building code, writing code, using AIs because it's the modern approach to things. Play Roblox, arm wrestle, the simulator. All right. I've heard about that. Is it, I haven't done it. I haven't done any of that. All right, let's see here. All right. So I want to, what's the next step here? All right, create a new scene. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to create a new scene and use the default sample scene. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see, is there a button for new file, new scene? Okay, here we go, new scene. All right, here's the new scene. And then there was a basic, empty. Hold on, let's go back to the instructions. Create a new scene, use the default sample scene. Okay, is there a sample scene in here? There's an empty one, basic. I guess we could just do empty. Is there something else? All right. I think that's it. I think we could just use empty. Let's try empty. We'll give that a try. Okay. So we created a new scene, create an empty game object and name it game setup. Okay. Let's see. How do we do that? I've never done this before. Let's see here. Game object. Where is that? New, edit assets. How do we do this? Create game object. Where is that at? How do we even do that? I'm brand new to this. I've never done this before. So we're gonna see if we can make it work. Recently, Gemini just became because there aren't so many filters on linking stuff, like certain software that may or may not be in the gray zone and stuff like that. Wait, hold on, Bethany. Can you please? You are welcome. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Can you please? I local AI though. Gemini running on phone is W. What is W? Is win? Is win? That's what I think W is for. Is win? Okay. We need to create a new game object. How do we do this? Empty game object. I guess we're gonna have to look this up. Okay. Wait. Hold on. What is this? Okay. Let's click over here. I want to in Unity. All right. So Unity, we want create a game object. How do we do that? Game object. How do we do that? Okay. In Unity, you can create a game object either using Unity's editor interface or via C# scripts. Game objects are the fundamental objects that act as containers for the components which provide actual functionality. You can use game objects directly in the editor. Okay. Right click on the window. Okay. Here we go. I think we can make this happen. All right. So right click. Oh, hey. We right clicked, but nothing showed up. Create folder material. And I don't see anything that looks like a game object. Let's go back over here. Right click in the hierarchy window. Where is that? Oh, over here. Over here. All right, we found it. Create empty. Create empty? Is that what we need to do? Is create empty? Let's see here. Yep, W is for win. Okay, that's great. Hey, Bruno Martin. Martin, thank you for your subscription. Welcome on in. What we're doing here is we're trying to get our Unity game up and running, which has been ported code from our Pygame or using PyTorch and Pygame with Python. And so we ported all the code over to C#. That part's done. And we created a game, and now we're just trying to import it into Unity directly. It should be pretty straightforward because it's all user interface clicky click stuff. So we right clicked on the hierarchy window, and we're select the type of game object you want to create. Create empty 3D. Okay, I guess create empty. All right, so we've got to we created an empty something. Oh, here it is, game object. Okay, perfect. We've got an empty game object. Excellent. All right, we've added in. It might be pretty hard for you to see on the screen. I don't know if we can zoom in. No, there's no way. The user interface is just going to be hard for you to see. You're just going to have to not see very well. ChatGPT is pretty bad lately. I experience more and more where I'm just talking in circles, repeating the same facts over and over. Oh no, Torva. Yeah, so what they're probably doing, I have noticed this, when ChatGPT, they get overloaded, instead of throwing errors, they seem to put you into like the less capable mode where it kind of works, but not really. And so you get like a lesser output, and it's done this to me many times. So I try to use like more of a dedicated path, and we've got dedicated code capabilities using Bedrock on AWS, where it takes you direct to the core model, and you don't have any special routes that you have to deal with. Game object and attach components, and then make the scripts out of. Yep, exactly. That's Leo. That's what we're doing. Leo Croak. Yeah, you're right. Leo Croak Tug. That's what we're doing. Although maybe I'm biased since when it was since that was when you were in high school. All right, Neva. You would be surprised. Unity has a way of doing things. We're gonna find out. We're learning for the first time. Hey Willie. Speaking of AI, do you feel AI is kind of in the wild west? Yeah, it is, right? Because we're at the. It's all out there, and we're just trying to release it as fast as possible. Very limited laws and regulations to ensure it isn't being used nefariously, like deepfakes and so on. Yeah, there's no laws around that. You can generate completely fake everything, and it's totally fine and legal, as far as I can tell, unless you do something terrible. Okay, so let me see here. All right, so attach game setup.cs script to it. Oh, okay. So all right, so we've got this. Add component script. Is there a script in here? Script. Okay, we're making it there. Was it called game setup? Is what we wanted to do. Game setup.cs. Okay, add component script game setup. I see game setup here, but is there a game setup.cs? We're just going to click that and see what happens. Game setup. That looks like that. Configure. Let's see. Is there a way? I'm trying to see here. Game script. Let's see. What's this do? No. We're figuring it out. All right. Reset, remove component, copy component, find references in scene. What if we go to properties? What is this? What does properties do? Okay. That is difficult to read. I don't see anything. Does it give us... What I want to know is if this is the right file. Is this the right file? Is that what we're looking for right now? I agree with Steven about GPT. They're downgrading the chat GPT. They do it on sometimes. And notice that they, firstly, if you explain it correctly, it takes to task 3 prompts are best. Then it goes down badly. It does. Yeah. You get a few good ones and then they downgrade you. Yeah, that's probably because of the code red. Oh, they recently initiated it. Linux is user friendly. It's just very selective about who its friends are. Yeah, exactly, Karmu, exactly. My English skills are not very good. Okay, no worries. Edit script. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Okay, that's it. Yes, Y70. We want to edit the script. We will. I'm going to click the button. Where is that at? Where we saw it. We just saw it. Where was that? Edit. Was it right here? Edit script. Perfect. Now we got an error. There's no application set up to open. Okay, so good news. It's the right file. Good news, it's the right file. So we're just going to not open it because we know what it is. We know where it is. So let's go over here, ls by cd/desktop AI game. Yes, ls cd my project. Cd assets and scripts. Scripts, yes. By game setup.cs. Here we go. Okay, this is it right here. This is our game setup file. Let's see what it does. Let's walk through it really quick. Using Unity Engine. Isn't that nice right there? Using Unity Engine. I like how simple that is. I think that's pretty straightforward and simple. It's like, of all the imports that you could ever bring into a code file, the easy option, just Unity, I think it's great. Where they really realized that their entire business model just doesn't work anymore. It's not really profitable. Is it not? I mean, they are making billions of dollars, right? I love you and your YouTube channel. Oh, thank you, Bethany. Thank you so much. That's fantastic for you to say. Appreciate it. We're going to be doing all sorts of code, more code. I do want to get into more AI, more Python, more AI, and sort of specialize in that direction. We'll probably do more assembly coding later. We'll probably do a little bit more game development. Maybe one day we'll make a whole game. Like we'll just go end to end, like make a really big, amazing game. That's the plan. That's what we got to do. But it was working profitable. I think they can make it profitable. And right now they're choosing not to be because they have too much cash. You can use VS Code since you're on a Mac. I think we could totally use VS Code. You're welcome. Cool. Thank you, Bethany. You got to go. Okay. No worries. It was great to have you here. No, they have zero income, but it's of investments. Wait, Neva, are you serious? I thought they were. Well, I'm paying them. They've got to be making some income. They're so greedy. Billions of dollars. All right, so let's look at this. Public class mono behavior. Not familiar with this particular inheritance pattern. So I understand the inheritance. So it's going to use a mono behavior, whatever that is. Something special in Unity. We got a background image. We got some audio. On start, I suppose, on void wake. This should probably say start, right? I would say that would be nicer if it said start or something. Wake, got it. Okay, it's fine. Game instance, game object, new game, game manager. Okay, so this is just some basic game object, I guess. Add a component, game manager, game object. Where is this? Where are we getting this information from? Attach this to an empty game object in your scene to auto setup. Oh, and that's what we just did. We just did that. The money I'm paying them doesn't cover it. It doesn't. I know. It certainly doesn't. Same here. Yeah, they get some money from the subscriptions, but they realize that they are kept afloat by investments. They spend more per user than they are getting from one user. Absolutely. And they need to right now. If they don't, then they will fall behind because they won't be able to invest enough R&D. Their technology will go out of usability because everyone else is doing something better. So it's all about staying on top. Quinn is awesome, is it? I haven't tried it before. Like the cooling for each chat is a cup of water. Oh, for each chat? Wait, that's a lot. Well, isn't it the water is the water evaporated or is it used? I mean, obviously if the water evaporates, it still goes in the atmosphere and it comes down and rains. So it's not like the water disappears permanently. It's like a cycle. It's renewable in a way. Okay. Audio manager instance. All right, so we're going to start some audio here. Okay. So, yeah, evaporated. It does evaporate. Okay. So it's not a fully closed system. It actually has to evaporate a cup of water. That's a lot of water. That is a lot of water. Okay. So what happens if we click play? Is it going to work? Nope. Nothing's showing up now. All right. So there's a few more steps we got to do apparently. All right. Let's see what else we got to do here. Okay, attach game to script. Press play. Oh, we just did that. The game will auto-configure. Okay. Well, it certainly didn't. I'm seeing an empty screen. Import your game.cover into assets. Okay. Is it... Let's see. Let's try playing again. Let's see if that works. It didn't crash. There were no errors. Oh, wait. No reference exception. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Okay. All right. Where console? Here we go. Okay. So now what we get to do is vibe code. All right, great. Now we're going to do some vibe coding. All right, this is the part that's great. So, all right, let's stop this. And then we're going to copy and paste this into our editor here. 1 second. I'm going to bring this off screen for a moment so that way I can get this going. CD desktop / desktop and then AI game. Excellent. LS. Okay, CD my project. All right. Okay, perfect. Now we do let's see, source. 1 second. I'm logging in. I'm logging into the system. You can't see it. Source. Okay, good. Looks good. Okay. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen. I'm actually really excited about this. Okay. And then we're going to open up our vibe coding editor. It's Claude. There we go. And now, perfect. All right, this is what we want. All right, here we go. So what we need to do is we just copy and paste the error. So can I actually copy paste this, or is it going to be cancel? All right. Can we copy paste it? Is that copy paste it? I don't know if it is or not. Hey, you're back, Bethany. Hey, good to see you. Welcome back. You weren't gone very long. You were just gone for just a smidgen. Do you have agent mode with open code codecs or like cursor style? I do have agent mode and cursor. I don't like using cursor. I like using the CLIs directly. It gives me access to my standard development environment. I can, jump around between my code editor and the full screen experience for essentially the vibe coder. So here we go. This is what we're gonna do now. Have you tried OpenCode? I have not. It is really nice. Kevin McAllister, it is a really nice UI. Nice, very nice. Dependabot says hello. Hi, Dependabot. Me realize where they're rushing humanity. I mean, I don't know. I think we're headed towards something. Don't forget to provide context, which is the Game Manager CSXD. All right, Y70, thank you. I need you. I need your help. I've not done Unity before, so I don't really know what we're doing. I've done C# before, so I understand C#. It's pretty straightforward of a language. I like OpenCode is your favorite. Nice. Very nice. All right, so is that going to paste in? I don't know if that pastes in. I'm going to see if that is what I want. It is. Okay, perfect. That is what I want. Okay. Excellent. Now let's let the AI fix it. We don't have to do anything. We'll figure this out. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what'll happen because I haven't done this before. Mom said she was going to make me do the dishes. Oh yeah, that needs to happen sometimes. Needs to happen. All right, that fixed already? Okay, so already fixed. All right, isn't this great? I think it's great. Okay, so recompiling, rebuilding. All right, let's see if we can, let's see if it runs this time. Any errors this time? All right, we did get one error here. Reference, object reference, set, game manager, setup game. All right, let's just copy and paste this here. Copy. And we'll stop. Okay. Also, the game, isn't it supposed to be in a different aspect ratio? I need it to be in, what do you call it? Like mobile. I want it to be in mobile view. How do we set it to mobile view? We'll just leave it there for now. Okay. So, paste, go, fix it. I love it. It's great. It's so much nicer. Although I suppose what we could do is we could go and look at that ourselves. So game manager, let's actually take a look at what that is. All right. So game manager. And wait, that's weird. That's meta. Okay. Game manager, that's yes. Okay. So the error was here at 82 and 73. Start and set up game. So let's see if we can see. Let's see if we can see what that looks like. 82. Okay. Yeah, all right. So error somewhere around in here then. Interesting. So the error appeared very second. It was caused by an error in the setup game. AI or player. How do you know this? Y70? Wait, that's amazing. Weren't set up properly where Null was trying to play. Got it. Okay. Drawing Brothers, do you use Obsidian by chance? I do not use Obsidian. What is Obsidian? What is Obsidian? Obsidian game. Oh, is it like a game? Something for games? I don't use it. I've never used it, and I don't know what it is. Okay. All right. So fixed. Now the camera main returns null if the code created the camera object will with the main camera tag. Okay. I just look at the errors. It's your experience? Nice. Thank you. Don't leave. Don't stay here. We need your help. We need to get this up and running because I've never done this before. Okay. So we're going to see if we can get this up and running. All right. So let's play it again. See if it works. Okay. Oh, whoa. There. Oh, it's going. All right. Something's happening now. Something's happening now. All right, we're making progress. Look at this. All right, so actually something's there. Hey, thank you, Y7. Thank you, Y7. Thank you. Obsidian's note-taking app. Oh, got it. Okay, a cool app, but I haven't used it yet. Nice. I'm going to go on my own game now. See you soon. Bye. We'll miss you very much. All right, Bethany. See you soon. See you then. All right, so we just need to update. We just got a few errors, and these are really simple now because these are just graphical errors because it looks like. So let's do stop. We'll go over here. We'll go copy, and then we'll just say, hey AI, fix it. Thank you AI. I mean SAQ. Wait, one second. How always that either companies manage to prevail, or in case of OpenAI, they were just too greedy for the market share, so they expanded without actually having income. Obsidian is the second brain for people. Oh, is it? Nice. I use just a regular notes app. I just use regular notes app. That's what I do. Just ordinary, standard, regular notes app. The mouse cursor position, I think, was working before. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's see here. Input system. All right, so making progress. Rebuilding it. We're going to start it up again. Here we go. Okay, so there is no sound and there's no graphics. And the scene is updating quick and it's doing weird things. Can I zoom in? Okay, let's see here, 1 second. Let's see. Okay, where can I do, what's free aspect do? Like, oh, there we go. Oh, that's much better. All right, nice. Wait, hold on, let me look at the input. Labels, features, is it working? I want to see if it's grabbing the mouse position. Is it? I'm trying to see if it's grabbing the mouse position or not. It's kind of hard to tell. It's definitely moving around, so it's not static. Yes, it is. Okay, so the mouse cursor is working. I can see that. The mouse cursor, because you can see it in the input data. Nice. Cheap viewers, okay. Let's see here. My guess is the background is solid color. Everything else refers to an asset, which does not exist yet. Okay, got it. So we need to get like the AI object, the player object. Okay, so let's see here. All right, thank you, Y7. Thank you. Okay, so the player and AI objects are not visible on screen. Let's see if we can make the AI help us with this. So this is helping us a lot. Okay, enemy AI, enemy entity. Let's check this here. Let's take a peek here. All right, ls vi, was it in entity? Okay, I'm actually just kind of curious to see what this looks like. Wake. Why is there a separate wake and a separate start? What is that about? Why is there? I know it's a Unity thing. I absolutely know. Or use AI. Yeah, I know, right? That's what we're doing. Or use AI. Because we're not super familiar. I suppose. Let's see here. We do want to learn this though. I'm very curious. Although why is there an awake and a start all at the same time? Like there's a start and an awake. This is really weird. Bro, it just got my game token from me. Wait, so I can't play my game anymore? Oh no! Wait, what game requires a game token? Are you talking like a stream key or something? No, not a stream key. A game key? Like a game key of some sort? That seems unfortunate. To not be able to play the game that you want to play? That's terrible. That's like a terrible... Okay, so... Fixed, maybe. I don't know. Oh, sorting order. I don't know if we would have ever known to do something like that. Render behind the entity's background. Oh, so the background is printing above everything is what's going on. Oh, wait. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Y7. Okay. Awake is primarily used for scripts internal initialization, while start is used to set up interactions with other objects after everything has already been initialized. Oh, okay. So everything wakes up first. You need to do that so that way when everything starts to interact with each other, everything else has already been initialized. Otherwise, there can be a race condition. So that absolutely makes a lot of sense. I get it, Y7. Thank you. You explained it very well. Appreciate it. Or do you mean account, right? Bethany, do you mean account? Let's see. A lot of systems languages have 2 to 3 inits. Like as an example, Python has an init and a new. Oh, really? Really? I've only ever used init in Python. I didn't know that there was this. I suppose you could make a separate new, right? Like your own dedicated class. I'm pretty sure you could. Let's go. I'm back. Hey, how's it going, Gun? How's it going, Gunna? Good to have you here. Checked out VLang and Advent of Code. Oh, right. I forgot about Advent of Code. I've been wanting to. We got to go check that out. That was Gemini. Cat orange whistling. Okay. That was Gemini. Let's see. I don't know which parameter. I guess use 3 max. Okay. I don't know either. All right. Let's see if that should be. Oh, wait, we got to stop that. It should recompile. Let's see. Oh, we got an exception here. Let's double check. All right. Let's play rebuild. Let's see if that works. Okay. All right. So the actual movement is working, which is nice. So I can't see where the AI is, but I'm sure it's in the center of the screen. Yeah, okay, it is. It's in the center of the screen. All right. So our players and the AI are still not visible. They're still not visible. No. New is like a built-in called before init. Really? This whole time I had no idea. Are you serious? Python new versus init. Really? Neva? Are you serious? There's a separate thing? This is amazing. Oh, there is. Look at that. Look at that right there. Python __ new. I've never used it before, ever. And I've been using Python for like decades. I've been using it for decades. Since the early 2000s. So 2 decades now, right? Isn't it amazing? Are both called during the instantiation of an object, but they serve fundamentally different purposes in the object's lifecycle. All right, what's the new do? What's new? Creates and returns an instance of the class, the actual object in memory. It is the true constructor. So there's a pretend constructor, initializes the attributes after new has been called. Okay, so after has been created. Interesting. I don't know when I would use new. I've never needed it before. It's really neat, though. Thank you, Neva. Thank you for mentioning it. That's awesome. Yeah, it's wild. You're not supposed to use new. I think it's mostly for C stuff. There you go. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. That's great to know. Thank you. Okay. If you need to alloc memory for junk. Got it. Got it. Hey, we're learning new stuff. Learning new stuff every day. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. The players are still not visible. All right. Why? Okay. Player sprite and AI sprite. I'm going to kind of still not visible. All right. Let's see if the AI can help us. And also Y7, if you know anything, let me know. If you see any reason. Monkey typing stuff, you can return different class while trying to create one. Oh, is that how the monkey patching stuff? Monkey patching, I've heard about that, where you can override some of the capabilities of other libraries. You import a library and it overrides a lot of the stuff. You can do that with the new. That's a really great use case. Thank you. Y7, you're helping out a lot. You're helping out all the good things today. Thank you. I said, because your family has lost our Papel. What's Papel? What's Papel? Hello. Hey, Eddie Legendary. I don't know how long I can be here. Hey, at least you're here for a smidgen. It's great to have you here. Sudo apt update. Why? Yeah, versus Windows. I don't know why you said that. SAQ 3000. It sounds like you're updating a Debian-based system, right? -y. All right, let's see here. Let's see what the AI comes up with. Z camera position. When created, the camera is at Z0, but needs to be at -Z, like 10 to see the objects. To like zoom out? Okay. So negative zooms out. I'm not familiar with that. Player camera reference. Player awake runs before game manager creates the camera. So main camera could be null. Okay. Wow, you were in Unity now? Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it amazing? We're doing Unity now. We're in Unity now. So we got our game ported. The sprites are not visible, though. We don't have any sprites yet. Steven, you can't do Control-C or stop updating in Windows. But in Linux, you can. Oh, that's what you're doing with the caret C. Got it. Control-C to cancel. I got it. New can also be used for immutable objects. Ooh, that's something nice. So in Python, immutability is kind of hard to come by, right? There's a few things that are immutable, like sets. In Python, sets are immutable. That's the only thing that I really know that's immutable. That is kind of neat, though. I didn't know you could do that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Okay. It's working. It's doing its thing. It's doing its thing. Let's see if we can... I want to read through some of the code. So we sort of, while it's working, let's see if we can make some understanding of things. All right. So we've got an entity. This is the base class of all of our game objects. Player. So we should be able to see when I open up, I believe it's player. I believe we should see player. When I open this file up, I'm going to assume that we're going to see a public class player : entity. When we open up the player class, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we can see it. Hey, there we go. Yep, all right. I know it's like one of the obvious things. Don't get me wrong. I know it's really simple. It's really simple. I know it's really simple. I'm just taking the small wins here. I'm taking the small wins. I'm not familiar with Unity. This is my first go around with it. First go around. The player and AI will appear. I hope so. I hope that's the plan. That's the plan. Okay. Player's got to score a string for the user ID, which is going to be used in the networking layer, which is not visible right now. I'm curious to see if the networking layer is working. All right. So, awake. Oh, what? Oh, what's this about? That's weird. I don't know. Why is there a camera object in the player class? I think that's weird. I guess you're just getting, okay. So this is okay. So we need access to it so we understand certain things. Got it. Let's see, checking the Z value of player and AI. That's a good one. Yep, that's a good one. We should absolutely do that. Where is that at? So there is an X, let's see here, mouse pose. Just for shaking, transform color. Let's see, where is the position of the player? Where's that at? Position. Is there like sort of this position? Do we have that? Yeah, we do have the mouse position. Transform.position. So transform. This must be where the player's position is at. So I think we need to set it to like 1. Z should be 1, right? I think it might be set to 1 is what we want to do. Z should be 1, right? Or should it be -1? I don't know. I actually don't know. Because it feels like to me, in the CSS world and JavaScript world, when you go negative, it goes behind things. When you go positive, it goes above things. Though we're dealing with a camera setup now. And so you've got a camera, and I believe you zoom out, and you should be able to see in front of you. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see if we can get this going here. Okay. Play. All right, is that going to work? Oh, we got it. They're visible now. All right. We didn't have to do very much. Great. Okay, great. Oh, and it is actually working too. It's actually working. This is awesome. This is fantastic. Oh, it's very difficult. It is very challenging. This is because it gets smarter. Yep, there it goes. Isn't that neat? Oh, it's so weird. We got it working. This is great. It's so great. Okay. Let's see. All right. So I do notice that the player is, let's see, the AI's name always changes, but the main player's name does not. So we could, the main player, it only changes when you lose. Okay, got it. That makes sense. All right, I like this. Hey, let me see if I'm catching up with the chat here, if there's anything. Y'all are talking to each other. Let's see. Drawing Bros, you want to run every day? Basically, cron job in the background? Oh, once per day. That sounds good to me. Okay. So we did it. All right. So let's see if we can optimize this play, because right now the stages are a little bit difficult to deal with. So see, the AI is kind of neat. It constantly is learning and training. Whoa, wait. Can it see? Oh, look at that. My mouse can go off the screen and the AI can never get me. Ah, ha, ha. See, my mouse is over here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. AI, you'll never catch me now. That's the way to cheat. There you go. Transform is basically the component that is part of each of the game objects. It holds position, rotation, and scale within the scene. Just some tangent info. Y7, you helped me out. There you go. We figured it out. Thank you. That's something that we needed very much. Thank you very much for saying. All right, then we'll go ahead and lose there and start over. Okay. Does it? No. Let's see. Here, let's go ahead and stop it really quick. Stop. Play. Okay. Rebuild everything. All right. So each level is a little bit short because you can see like every single level is a little bit short. It should probably last for a little bit longer. We should probably ask it for a little bit longer. Let's see here. Okay. Back, Bethany, or thank you. I like how you said that. Okay. So we got it working. It looks good. All right. So how do we change it to be? Is there a new button here? Let's see, mobile. I'm surprised that it doesn't have a default built-in mobile view. Mobile. Width height would be what is it? 1080 by 1920. 1080 by 1920. Okay. There we go. So yeah, now here we go. Here's like mobile view. We could probably reduce that by a bit. So let's make it, instead of 1080, let's do 720. Mobile view. Can I edit that, or do I? All right. Well, let's do mobile low res. All right. Mobile 720p. Okay. So we do 720 by 1280. 1280. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, let me probably zoom in a smidge. All right. So that would be the mobile view. That okay. All right, we're doing good here. All right, so we got it working. It looks all good. Let's see if we can update. Thank goodness my game got lost. You got it now. You got it now. You got your game. Nice, Bethany. Great to hear. Good job. All right, so let's see here. Let's go back. Let's see if we can go in and where in these files would we do this? So game manager, let's see, game manager. Let's see here. All right. Game width and height. Okay. All right. However that works, it doesn't seem to bother. It doesn't matter. These things are what they are. Wait, isn't your company used? It is. Yeah, Eddie Legendary, you're right. They do. So, I mean, it only seems fair, right? It only seems fair that I learn their technology too, right? Eddie Legendary, it seems fair. All right, so where have we got? So we got player names, AI names, looks good. Game, current scene, frame. Okay, perfect. Okay. This is it right here. Okay, so there's got to be, I'm doing this in a strange way. I'm doing this in a very strange way. So my logic probably does not match Unity logic. I'm using the frame counter and not a clock in order to determine where the levels are going to be counted as, progression or waiting in between the levels. So I use a frame counter, and obviously our frame is, very fast. So we need to update level scene, continue to the next level after delay. Okay. We need to not do that. Where is that at? Where is our wait frame? Next level. Okay. Next level. When do we run next level? Restart game. Okay. Next level. Okay. Here we go. So where is this executed? Let's find out. Grep next level star. It is in the enemy AI via AI enemy.cs. Okay, next level. Okay, so as knowledge is incremented, knowledge level, next level. Got it. So do we check for level up? Okay, so if we set this to 550, does that mean that the levels are going to be a lot longer. So let's start that up again. Here we go. Rebuilding. Nope, not quite. Well, actually, maybe. You own a cola mine. Wait, what's that? What's a cola? It's okay. I think you're hinting at what game you're describing. Oh, hey, Y7, sorry, I missed your message. That and also Unity has first-hand colliders. You can use instead of checking distance. That sounds a lot better, right? So there's first-class collision detection built into Unity. And what we're doing right now, obviously, as you can see on the screen, is we're doing our own math collision detection. As you can tell. Let's set this to much higher. Let's see if that's going to help it. Let's see if that will help it here. All right, much higher. Here we go. All right, so what I'm looking for is really long game time. Yep, there we go. All right, it is doing much better. Okay, much better. Okay, I like that. Looking good. Okay, I can just go off the screen. I like how I can cheat. I like how I can cheat like that. Okay. This AI learns too quickly. I need to reduce the learning rate. Let's reduce the learning rate because it's a smidge too high. All right, so where is that? Learning. One is high. Learning. Hold on one second. 1 is the highest rate. 10 is the lowest rate. Why? Mod. Oh, no. This is not what I'm thinking of. So this is the number out of the frame count, every frame count. Okay, so this is using modulus. So as you can see here, we're only going to update the neural network with the features and labels every 10 frames, basically. So if we set this to 10, that means every 10 frames, it'll only learn. So that will reduce the learning. I'm looking for the neural net. That we wrote. Let's see here. That neural net here. Okay. Enemy AI, we're there. So I need the neural net. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. All right, learning rate. So is there a learning rate in here? Here it is, right here. Okay. So we could also reduce this. So we can make that a little bit less. Let's also reduce that. So we'll half it. Okay. So now the AI won't be able to chase us so easily. All right. So let's recompile everything and start over. Okay. Rebuild. Okay. So now the AI shouldn't. Yeah. See, it doesn't know. It doesn't understand. It's good. Whoa. Oh, okay. This is kind of fun. I like this. Okay. So we've reduced the learning rate by quite a bit. We probably should set the learning rate on frames a little bit higher because it is learning. It's making too much. It's learning still too much. Okay. Let's increase this. So 10 is not the lowest, by the way. We could go to like 100. We could go to 100. Let's say 100. Rate of learning. There we go. Okay. Let's rebuild. Also, there's no sound. Let's add the sound back in. What kind of neural net are you using? Where are the features and labels you used? Okay, so let's jump into that. So the features and labels are going to be the player position. So the features are the X and Y coordinates of the player cursor, which is your mouse or your finger on the screen. It'll be your finger on the screen. The current position of the AI itself. It knows where it's at. That's the input, right? Those are the features. So the cursor position and the AI's position. The labels are a one-dimensional vector with essentially two output fields, positive and negative velocities. Well, not really velocities. Sort of. They're more like bearings or directionality. So it's like an X and Y direction, sort of like a thumbstick, which drives the direction of where the AI is headed. Is the AI going up, down, left, or right? And that is the output. So that's the features and labels. So let's see here. Where is that? So here we go. Features. right? It's a float 4, so it's going to have 4 inputs and then 2 outputs are the labels. So let's see here, features. Here we go. Player position X and Y on the screen. And we don't have to divide by width. I don't think so. Or do we? Normalized positions. Maybe. I don't think we actually have to divide by anything. I bet you if we got rid of the width and height divisions, the AI will still learn perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure. So like we could try that out really quick. All right, let's see if we can make that happen. All right, so I want to go back and we're gonna bump this learning rate up a bit again, and we'll drop that down, and then we'll bring this over to 5, so that way we know it can actually learn. And then we need to get the features and labels. Let's make sure that's working first. Okay, let's see it's good, and then I want to see it should learn to follow me. Okay, it is. It's learning to follow me. Good. So I'm curious if I remove the width and height, it should probably still be perfectly fine. Maybe. We'll find out. Okay. Stop that. All right. Let's see here. And I'm curious. It really depends on, well, it doesn't because it's a neural net, right? It's a neural net. The features should still work perfectly fine. The output needs to be, I do believe, a width and height. Because if you don't, it's not going to understand directionality. You need to have directionality. And maybe less about directionality, more about, I suppose if it's a very large canvas, you don't want it to go slow. So that's what we need. A good business, that makes a lot of sense. All right, this sounds great. Let's see here. Y7, sorry, I missed your message there. I guess you won't be able to create that proximity effect with colliders. Oh, right. Yeah, because we've got the proximity effect. When we're close to the AI, we want the screen to shake and get darker because it's scary, right? It's scary. We also want to add in the sound effects. So we're going to add those in as well here. So let's rebuild and play again. And we should see the AI should be smart enough with the neural net. Oh, yep, it is. See, I told you there was... Here's the problem, you guys. Check this out. We just saw firsthand right here, live on stream, right now, this very second. Obviously, we already know that the AI, the LLMs, the code generators, they do stuff that doesn't always work, right? They always do this. However, they do other things that are problematic, where it's not noticeable. They will do extra work that is not necessary work. Check this out. So there was just some... Division is one of the most difficult computational tasks on a processor. Division and multiplication are the two heaviest tasks. Division, I believe, is the most heavy. Multiplication is the next heavy. Division, every single frame, like see here, check this out. There are 4 division operations that need to operate every single frame. That is absolute wasted compute. You do not need it. You don't need it. You do not need it. So we witnessed firsthand that these code generators can make mistakes. And not mistakes that are obvious, right? They're non-obvious mistakes. So we have to be careful. How many parameters is the model? All right, let's find out. I thought I made it like 10,000 or something. Let's see if it's still about that. Okay, so yeah, it's around there. So what is that? Layer 1, 16. So it's not a lot. Let's see if 16 is a thing around here. Okay, so here's the problem. We were using PyTorch, and a lot of the internal metrics and the, I guess, components of the layers that we're defining. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. Let's just check this out. All right. Up directory. Let's go. Actually, here, let's do this. /projects AI game game.py. Here we go. Okay. So this is our original Python game. Where is our neural net defined? Where's the model? All right, the model's coming up here. We're going to do a comparison. Model. Where is that at? Here we go. Okay. So it's, as you can see here, it doesn't look like it's a perfect, well, actually it is. It is. Okay. It's almost, it is a perfect, it's a perfect copy over. So you can see here, you can see like on the screen here. Here we go. This is the on the left is the new code that's in C#. On the right is PyTorch, because you can see the torch.neural network. So 16 by 16. So we can do the math here. Let's do the math here. Let's do a quick calculation. So it is 16 times 16, which is 256 parameters, and then 4 times 16, which is 64. So 256 plus 64. So it's 320 for the first 2 layers. There's also bias, so you can add that in as well. So plus 34 for the bias parameters. Okay. And then a 16 by 2, which is 32, plus 32. There we go. So it's 386 parameters. Not a very big model, right? Not that big. You don't need it to be very big. The code looks not very elegant. Have you tried refactoring in NIM? Michael, you can fully rewrite in another different language completely. I like it. Can you link against PyTorch maybe? I actually don't know. I don't know if you can or not. That would be really neat. Neva, that's really neat. I've never even thought about that. Like Cython should let you compile the old code. That would be pretty neat. I haven't even thought of that. That's a great idea. So when your phone is sleeping, run something at the same time in the background. I'm just trying to catch up. Sorry. I've been looking at the code more than chat here today. Sorry about that. Thanks for the explanation. You've taught me. Oh, good business. We're learning together. We're learning together. Happy to help. So yeah, you can see here the layers and the number of parameters. So bias also counts as a parameter, and the weights, which are used in the coefficients on the matrix multiplications for the input data, right? So, and then the biases are added to it, right? It's an addition operation. So input will be the mouse cursor position and the AI's position, which is 4 inputs, right? So that's why we have 4 here on the screen as the input, and that will be multiplied into the 16 multi-dimensional array. And then it just does that through these layers. So it'll do the multiplication on this first layer, then it adds, and then that output is then sent over the next matrix, which is multiplied, and then it's added, and then the next matrix, and then finally added again as the bias on the output. There we go. That's kind of how that works. C# allows linking dynamic libs. It should be possible to compile Cython, then link PyTorch and make shared libraries and load in C#. That is pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Our model is really simple though. We do not need like the full. See you guys, Drawing Brothers. All right, Drawing Brothers. Have a good one. Have a good one, Drawing Brothers. Okay. See ya, bro. So we are in a good spot. So all the things look great. All right. And then we're just doing some simple matrix multiplications here in our CPU, essentially. No GPU acceleration. Okay. So very simple neural network. Clean and easy. Nothing fancy here. Very feed forward, backward propagation. Nothing advanced. Where's the backprop train? Okay, here we go. Layer 3 gradients. Yeah. And then our AI, since we're using a PyTorch library, we don't have to do much with this model. We just don't have to do much with it. See, model, optimizer. Where is it trained at? Oh, optimize for game. Oh, here. Oh, it's right here. We're looking right at it. Okay. So here's our train function in Python, which is very straightforward. It's super simple. There's nothing advanced here. Most of it is the game logic itself. What kind of loss function is it using as a reinforced learning algorithm? Good business. So this is reinforcement learning, right? Because as far as I can tell, this is the closest I've ever come to like real reinforcement learning. What's happening is the AI is getting rewarded for trying to find the path of the player, and it learns to track the player based on where the player's position is. So in all sort of understanding of how because it's not there's no data set that's ahead of time. So there's no initial data set. And the amount of data is generated at gameplay. So that's how it kind of learns. And it's learning to optimize towards, capturing the player. So as far as I've ever built a system, and I've mostly done supervised learning pretty much my entire career, and this particular instance is the closest I've gotten to reinforcement learning. The optimizer, I believe, is a Adam W, really straightforward, and then standard mean squared error for the loss, which is a very easy loss calculator. A very easy loss calculator. Let's see here. Wait, do you know what the actual algorithm you are using is? Yeah, I mean, it's really simple. It's a bunch of matrix multiplications and MSE, which just sums the loss of all the outputs, and then it's used when at the back propagation when it's creating the gradients, which is just checking how wrong the AI was. It's just the loss, right, between each of the layers. That's it. Very simple, vanilla, deep learning, right? It's very simple, vanilla, deep learning. And you can see all of it here sort of written out. Because we have some recorded YouTube streams where we've gone on YouTube and we've written our own deep learning feed-forward neural network from scratch with just using NumPy directly. Are using back propagation properly? Probably. It's very easy. It's super easy to mess up the derivatives. I think we're using tan-H as the activation and then a tan-H derivative. And it is surprising. Oh, it's similar to cross entropy loss, or it's the same thing. So the loss that we're using is MSE, which is just the sum of the losses of the error. So it's not like I understand the MSE. It's really easy because you're literally just summing. It's just a sum, mean squared error, right? You're getting the average of the error. There are different optimizers. Right, you're talking about cross entropy loss, which can be used for multivariate outputs, right? I guess the logits, the outputs, where you can do classification. And in our case, we don't need to do classification because we're trying to get a, what do you call it? Sort of like a pedal or a vector. We're trying to get a vector where the AI should sort of head towards next. Sort of like maybe a steering wheel. It's more like a joystick. Like a joystick. The AI is actually controlling a joystick. So we're teaching the AI to control a joystick. And that's what we're doing. That's basically the best way I could say it. No, cross entropy is like a log in there. You usually combine it with softmax, and the log of EX cancels out. Okay. All right. Understood. I'd like to learn code, but I don't know where to start. Elber, a good place just to get an idea of what code. Python. There you go. Python. That's the answer. Python is the best place to start. Easy to read, easy to understand, very forgiving, and it lets you learn a lot of the basics. So I think that's a good one. I see what you're saying. Makes sense for this kind of game. Yeah, and it does really good. All right, so we achieved our goal there. We got it up and running in Unity here. So let's see here. We were in the process of doing something here. See, it learns too fast. I want to reduce the learning rate. Oh, okay. Because we just optimized this, right? So we just improved the C# just a bit because we didn't need these things. We don't need those. So we do what? Hold on. We do need these though. What happens if we got rid of this? I'm just kind of curious. I think we need that. Otherwise, it's going to be harder for the AI to learn, or it's just going to go in weird positions. Let's find out. Let's see if we made the AI look weird. Let's see here. All right. Stop. Start. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Oh, it's okay. It's like full. It's not. Okay. I got it. So we need it to be, we do want it to do by that. Okay. Because what it's doing is without this, hold on. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. Without that, it goes, there's no pedal. There's no like accelerator pedal. So we've got it's like full on 100%. And I want it to have sort of like a build. It needs to learn to go in a direction more smoothly. So that, it's a game. Yeah, it's a game. Yeah, you're right. It's a game. Let's see here. Just start with Rust. Very easy, 100%. I know, Tora, don't say that. Don't say that. No, just start with Java, C#, or Python. Yeah, those are good. C# is great. It's a little bit easier. Java would be the next easiest. Python obviously is at the top, I would say. Not only is it at the top from an easy perspective, it's also a very heavily utilized language in the industry. Use it for AI. Most of the industry uses Python for AI. In data science, use data science. It's used in servers. You could use servers with Fast API to write your own API. It's used also as a scripting language to do other things with. It's just very common language. Very common for like big data, AI, server hosting. So it's a lot. You get a lot with Python. You get a lot. C, if you want to hurt yourself while actually learning, right? Never, right? Exactly. C is painful. C can hurt you. Well, there's only like a few keywords in C, right? There's only like 20 keywords or so. Not a lot of keywords in C. So it's pretty easy to memorize all of the necessary syntax of C. The challenge is it's very easy to make mistakes because there's no safeguards. There's no safeguards in C other than the compiler. The modern C compiler is good. It can find some potential early errors, though it's still you could still hurt yourself. So you gotta be careful. All right, so let's bring that back. I want to make sure that this looks good here. All right, and then I want to add in sound. I want to add the sound back. Okay. See, it's a lot smoother now. See how smooth it is? It's a lot smoother. So we needed that. All right, excellent. Okay, a lot smoother. The style of proper C is so hard, you can't do it. Like you get a pointer jungle, so it's easy. Pointer jungles. Yep. You can. There are ways to write C where they become very difficult to follow. Unknown Gamer, how's it going, bro? My college just started, and they gave us chapter names, and you won't believe which languages they have us in the first and second semester. C, C++, HTML, CSS, D, database management systems, Python, Java, and you're like, right? That's amazing. Those are all heavily utilized industry standard languages. That's fantastic. That's great. You're on the right track. All right, that's like the best college ever. It's also been a while since I've been in college, so it's been a while since I've been in college. I'm pretty old. I'm old. Okay, so let's add in our audio, and then we will call it a good. What C++? C++ is kind of advanced. Like it is used in worst battle royale. Steven, hey Sean Eric, MIA, how's it going? Like the newer C++ with unique pointers. Is it? Okay. I'm not familiar. I am very familiar with C. I like C a lot. C++ is just extra stuff on top of C. It's just extra stuff. Might want it. I'm not sure if I would even want to use it. If I was building a game engine, I probably would still use C. Today and age, I would use Rust. Standard unique pointer is like Rust box. Oh, is it? Oh, neat. Oh, so in C++, they're adding some primitives that give you some safety considerations. I know that they're basic, but it should make us a master in one language like C++ is the best for building. The Unknown Gamer, if you want to go into the game industry, C++ often is being used for AAA games. So, yeah, C++ might be great for the game industry. And there might be some low level. Oh, in C++ 11, looks like C++ no longer looks like C from around. Oh, got it. So C++ 11 and up is way beyond C now. Use C Sharp. Nice. C Sharp is great. I love C Sharp. C Sharp is a fantastic language. C++ books tell you to start by learning C. C is a really good starting point. I'd like start with C, Python, JavaScript. Those are really good. And Blender. Blender is a great 3D studio. It's a great 3D studio. I remember Blender has been around for a long time, for many years, decades. It's been around for decades. Okay, let's see if we can get. I want to update the. Let's get rid of this. No. Bring that back. Let's bring that back. I want the neural network. I want to reduce the learning rate to 0.5. And then I want to open up the player enemy AI. And then the learning rate goes up to 100. Excellent. Okay. And then we need to, where's the audio? Okay. So there's no audio listeners in the scene. Okay. Play. See here, 1 second. Stop. Oh, whoa. We messed something up. Hold on. Did we really mess it up? No. Let's see. Okay, we're fine. We're doing good. See, there you go. There. Yep, working. Yep. Isn't that great? You know, just get scared. Oh, whoa. Okay. All right, that looks good. All right. See? All right, perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. You get a little bit of keep away, not too much keep away, just a little bit. Let me see here. You forgot previous combo. I previously said they were making us study many languages at college at once. And I was like, oh, they shouldn't let us master one language and explore others. Oh, they're making you do all of them at the same time? Unknown gamer. Okay, that is a bit unfair. It's a little bit intense. That is a little bit intense. So you can hide in the shadows here. I like this. You can hide in the shadows. It's getting closer. I like this. Okay, unknown gamer. Understood. That is a lot. For me, they made us do Java and C and Lisp. For me, they made me do Java and C. They didn't make us do Lisp. Definitely, I didn't like. I was not happy with Java. I'll tell you that much. I was not happy with it because I come from when I started college. I had already been familiar with a little bit of C, JavaScript, and PHP when I started college. So I was already making games and, using OpenGL and DirectX. Hey, Somalia, good to see you. Remember you? Yeah, I remember you. How's it going? Welcome back. Also some assembly and some MIPS ASM. Nice, Neva, nice. Very nice. Okay, so, yeah, see, this is what I like. See the AI? There we go. See, I like that. So, like, the AI is... Does the AI, it still learns. It's still learning. It remembers from previous games. See, this is exactly what I'm looking for right here. This is great. See, like there's all these weird moments. This is great. Okay. Excellent. All right. Let's go ahead and commit this. Get status here. CQ ls. Get status. Okay, get ls mv my pro. Actually, let's keep it that for now. cd. Okay, cd ls cd my project ls get init get add get status. Oh wait. Is there a build directory? That seems like something's not good here. Hold on. We should. du-h. Du. 1 second. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. We don't want to commit that. That's too much stuff. Hey, Floaty Devs, how's it going? Oh, I'm at Unity Entity Dev. Glad you like Unity. Yeah, Floaty Devs. We're getting into it. We're doing Unity. We're doing Unity today. Let's see. Java was the best since it was mostly about logic. All right, Torva, yeah. So like that's one of the things the professors at my school, maybe your school too, they all kind of just used Java and that was like their preferred language. And so they kind of set that as the curriculum. And it wasn't my favorite. I mean, I worked through it and it was fine. I'm like, why do you have to write so much text to get something to work? I was like, I liked using things that like C and JavaScript and PHP, those and Ruby, right? Even Ruby. Those were great languages. They were great. And you don't have to write a lot of code in order to achieve a lot. So I thought those were great languages. So let's see here. So 1 second. See, rm-rf.get. Okay. ls. So where's all this major file stuff coming from? du-h. Okay. Assets is only 4 megabytes. There's 2 gigabytes in here, and I don't want to commit all this to a Git repository. Where is it all coming from? Library. Okay, so we don't want library. We should eliminate library. Okay. grep -v library. Okay. Is there anything else? Also temp. We should get rid of temp. grep-v temp. Okay. All right. That's a lot better. Okay. Assets settings seems fine to me. So logs. We probably don't need logs either. Okay. So we'll do logs as well. It's logs with capital G. Because of it's the first, right? Because it's public. In C#, when you're dealing with names and naming variables and naming classes and naming methods inside of your classes, if it is an uppercase on the first letter, that means it's public, right? And if it's lowercase, it's private. And that's very specific to C#. It's very specific to C#. I believe you do not need to, let's see here, logs. Let me grab this really quick. We're going to get rid of these things. We want library, temp, and logs. Perfect. Get ignore. Hi, Steven. Hey, how's it going, Republic? How are you doing? We're doing great. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. We're doing some C# and Unity today. Good to see you. Got to go off now. Have fun, y'all. See you tomorrow. Torva, thank you for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Good to have you here. Do you do web dev? I do, Somalia. That's where my main background is in web dev. JavaScript, all the JavaScript, Node.js, front end, back end, CSS, very good at CSS. I like making things really pretty in CSS. That's one of my favorite things, like making pretty things in CSS. HTML, which isn't really language, and then Python, all these backend databases. That's like my main background. That's my main background. Can you do C# in Linux and Mac OS? Yeah, you can. You can compile C#. So that's what we're doing right now. We're actually on Darwin, which is Mac, right? It's a variant. It's a Unix-based system. ChatGPT is frustrating you? Oh no, SAQ 3000. That's terrible. Let's see here. All right, so let's add git ignore these files here. So we don't want library, we don't want temp, and we don't want logs. All right, git init, git add dot. Perfect. All right, we did it. Perfect. That's the way it should be. Right there. That's what you saw. That's what we need. That's what we needed. All right, we're on track now. Git status. Okay, project settings. I assume we've got our assets and scripts. Perfect. All right, git commit -am Unity game working, no sound yet. Okay, excellent. Your college, as I mentioned, can you tell me which languages are front end, which are back end? Yes, we can do that right now. What are the front end languages and what are the back end languages? Let's do that. That sounds like a fun little thing to do. All right, let's do that. Let's reset Xcanvas. All right, let's go over here. Let's do front. All right, so front. Can we zoom in on that? Can we make that bigger? All right. This extra large. Okay. Front end languages. Excellent. And then we'll have, let's type this better. LANG language with S. Okay. And we'll also have back end language. We'll do it separate. I've got an idea. Back end languages. Perfect. All right. So we got front end languages and back end languages. All right, let's do the front end ones. All right, Usually, I mean, mostly JavaScript, right? That's the first. That has to go at the top of the screen, right? JavaScript. Number one, front end language. All right, so there's like DSLs. There's DSLs. All right, so DSL, domain specific languages, are like, they're not really coding languages, but they're still used heavily to describe applications and other information that you see on the screen. So DSL is a domain specific language, and these are front end. So front end DSL. We got to count this as something different. This has to be something different. I don't want to call it like a programming language. So this is front end programming language and back end programming language. Here we go. Prog. So there are DSLs in the back end as well, and they're different than the front end DSLs. So let's go through this. Okay. So JavaScript, number one, probably top of the tippity top. Now you can also count a front end language for mobile dev and application desktop development, right? So you can do things like Objective-C and Swift for mobile, Swift, and then Java/Kotlin for Android, right? And this is for iOS, Apple. Let's say Apple, iOS. JavaScript for web, right? There we go. I know better teachers are like, learn yourself. Are they really? That's, I mean, it is the most important thing. You really do got to learn yourself. That's like huge. I could have but won't teach me like the teachers would. Hey, Ashford, how's it going? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. We're just going over a few things. So unknown gamer. Pramod. Sorry, I missed your messenger. Hey, Steven. Started watching your channel from the ML series. Found your work interesting. Hey, that's great to hear. Thank you. Thank you so much. GPT, right? GPT will help you out there. All right, so domain front, so CSS, HTML, right? HTML. And then there are extensions or frameworks, right? Frameworks. Sort of like, I guess, what do you call it? React, Svelte, Vue, right? These kinds of things, very common. There's like libraries, like common libraries, like jQuery. Let's see, we're running out of space here. jQuery, and then that's old school. jQuery is very old school. You don't need jQuery anymore. Most of the great syntax that you got from jQuery is now pre-built into browsers. So you do not need these things. And there's like HTMX. There's another good one. So it's a library you could use as a framework in a way. And so these are the DSLs. There's also variants on CSS. So you've got CSS variants. And that's like SAS, something like that. And there's a few variants. And they make it easier for you to write CSS in a way that's more expressive and cascades, even though that's what a CSS means, is cascading style sheets. How long is the left of the stream, Eddie Legendary? Maybe, what do you say? Like maybe 10 minutes? We might be doing 10 more minutes. All right, so here is the front end world, right? It's a lot of, there's other things like, I guess Dart, right? Which is like ECMAScripty. Right? It's like JavaScript. There's Dart, and for things like Flutter, right? With Flutter, maybe 20 minutes, right? Exactly, 20 minutes. All right, so let's go in the backend languages now. All right, so things like C, C++. Also, I mean, we could also add in for game development. There's a whole other section there. C, C++, Rust, Python, Ruby, PHP, Erlang. I guess you could say Haskell. You could also do Kotlin and Swift, right? These also support backend languages as well. Obviously, JavaScript with Node.js, right? JavaScript, Node.js. There you go. Some languages there. And these are, wait, let's spell Swift correctly. Swift. Perfect. Okay. So there you go. There's sort of like a general landscape of programming languages Each of them are different. They could be used in other scenarios in different situations, right? So we've got a bunch of backend languages. And as you can tell, if you're looking at this list right now, which list looks more full? Which looks a little bit more full? Though, yeah, so actually we probably should add backend DSL. We could say like SQL, standard or query language, right? SQL, is it standard query language? What does it stand for? SQL acronym. What does that stand for? A structured query language. I always get that. I always call it standard query language. It's a structured query language. What software are you using for brainstorming? Oh, this is called Excalidraw. It's just called Excalidraw. What is the difference between framework and library? Framework is an opinionated mandatory workflow that you must follow, and it only gives you a little bit of leeway. It's an opinionated sort of way to build a more larger app, right? So a framework would be like Unity, right? Unity would be a framework. A PyTorch, which is an AI framework. That's a framework. A library would be something that does like simple operations that could be imported into any framework or other library. So like they're smaller. A library would be to do like a simple math operation, like NumPy. NumPy is a simple mathematics and array library to manage how you do math in Python. Matplotlib is a way to draw charts and graphs. So that's a library. It's not a framework. A framework allows you an opinionated approach to developing an entire app. Usually, it's a larger encompassing. So that's like the difference between framework and library. Pygame is a library or framework. It's a framework because it wants you to build your game using its patterns. And so you could use Pygame to draw some things that you'd want, like charts and graphs if you wanted, though it's really built specifically for building a game because it comes with graphics, audio, and then some common game logic. So if you were to say, comparing, is PyTorch a library or framework? It would be a library if it only included like collision detection, right? Because that's very simple, very easy, a very small package, and it's not opinionated and can work everywhere. Since Pygame includes everything that you need to build a game, it's essentially a framework. So 7 minutes left. I know. Can we learn framework without knowing the programming language? Yes, you can. Republic, you can. You absolutely can. I'm going to go now. Good night, Eddie Legendary. Thank you for hanging out. Good to see you. We'll be back. Django. Django is an ORM. It's a framework. It's built to manage your entire backend. So it's intended to be the model and the controller. And it's built specifically to interact with APIs, so that way you can call upon it from a front end to be the view. So Django is so we'll put this over here, right? So we've got frameworks. We got Django, which is for Python, right? Python. And then Rails on Ruby, right? And then what else? React can also be a server component here. So for server side generation, right? Server rendered for server rendering, which takes some of the burden of compute off of the client on the front end. Any pieces of advice for machine learning who is eager to get into the Gen AI space? Oh, the Gen AI space. So you want to do a transformer. If you want to do generative AI, get into a transformer. So PyTorch transformer. Here we go. PyTorch transformer. This is a good starting point. The transformer is a good way to train a model to predict the next output token. There's also different kinds of transformers. So you could do a vision transformer and a few other things like that to do classification and other things. But if you want generative, transformer is a good start. There's a few others in here that are also pretty good. So like it, I think that might be a good starting point for modern generative AI. What's your favorite language? Python. Yeah, I would say Python. I use it more than any other language. I also use Bash a lot, right, for shell scripting. So a lot of Bash, a lot of Python, a lot of JavaScript, a lot of SQL, and Rust, and C. Those are my top languages. Those are my favorite, and I use those on a very regular basis. Those are my favorite languages. I've been using them for decades. I've been around for decades. All right. Let's see here. One thing, so I hope I kind of went overboard on the back end and front end things, but there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. So this is kind of the ecosystem, back end and front end. 4 minutes to go. All right, sounds good to me. All right, so let's see. One last thing I want to do before we head out here. Let's get our audio working. Bash is more than a programming. Linux is life itself, painted. Yeah, I know, you could paint it just like in Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, the whole world. The Bash is great. You could write your own web server in Bash. It's more for interacting with common executables and sort of blending those together and scripting together specific patterns. I use it for scripting a lot of things. And when you don't need to have a lot of inheritance or other kinds of common programming patterns, Bash is perfect because it can string together a bunch of executables, and then you can use pipes for Linux shell pipes to pipe in data and do your own optimizations. So I really like it. So Bash is definitely I guess you'd call it a backend language. All right, so let's jump back over here, paste. Okay, let's see if we can get our audio going on our Unity game. Let's see if we can get audio going on our Unity game. PC apps, the load will be divided by cores, and the load is specified by the developers. And that's why games have minimum requirements. What is the number of cores are lower than the recommended, but I use. What are you saying, Unknown Gamer? What are you saying? I don't even know what you're saying. A CPU which is lower core count, but it's much faster, it will be a problem. Oh, or a CPU with more cores, and okay. So it depends. Some apps are single threaded. They do not have the ability to multi-thread because that's how they were written. You can write apps. Most apps do not need to use more than one core. If you're building something that's resource intensive, that needs to use a full core, you will start looking at ways to distribute that workload across multiple cores to parallelize it, right? You want to make it faster and add additional compute concurrency. At that point, you'll look at things called like threading. And then thread pools and then message passing. So you could create a strong, concurrent, non-blocking interaction between different thread pools and processing. That's my favorite approach. I like non-blocking programming. Now, you can do things where you do starvation of threads, where you need locks and you need to track memory locks if you're doing shared memory across threads. I do not like that pattern. It is faster. It is more dangerous, though. So you have to be careful. 1 minute left. Terry A. Davis is a legend. I meant if we use less CPU cores than recommended, but my CPU cores are lower, but faster than? Oh, your core count. So if you have a really fast CPU, then you're good to go. Like you can have a very fast CPU and it could have lower core count and you're still fine. So it's really about how many operations or flops, right? How many flops the processor is capable of. And if there's a game that wants you to have multiple cores, it's because it's taking advantage of multiple cores. It's multi-threaded. And it's going to say it wants this number of clocks, this frequency for a number of flops that are possible. It should be fine, though. You're right, Unknown Gamer. You're absolutely right. Okay. Let's see if our game is going to have audio now. Let's see here. Play. Is it going to have sound? Nope. No sound yet. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. One moment. Okay. Okay. Oh, do we need... Okay. Fixed an audio listener will be added to the camera if it doesn't exist. Are the layers and AI sprites visible now? Yes. Visible. Audio isn't playing. Do we need to move audio files to a directory? All right, let's see there. XX Killer. Oh, how do I come up with chess piece move logic? Are you trying to build an AI? Are you trying to build it in a way that the AI learns to play chess? Or are you trying to build traditional AI where you sort of structure the logic of the player movements? Or are you just trying to do chess movement validation? There's like a lot of things you can do. Like you might be able to write a chess gaming algorithm that tracks legal moves, like, you know, the knight character, the knight horsey, you know, it moves in a certain pattern, like up to over one in one direction. Validation? Oh, just the validation? So, I mean, start with just one piece. Start with the pawn. Just start with the pawn, right? So you've got the initial starting positions of all the pieces, right? Both sides of the board, and one side of the board is going to be able to play first, and the other side is going to be able to play first. So what you could do is allow the player to choose any move on the board from any piece, and then you validate based on the current position of the selected piece to see if it goes in a certain direction, right? So the pawn can go up, and it can capture left and right, right? Or diagonally left and right. So those are the movements. So I would start with just the pawn first, and then you will start adding more pieces as you go. That's how I would do it. Yeah, my laptop CPU has 20 cores, but is given better performance than a 24 core in almost every benchmark and is drawing much lower wattage. That is efficiency. You've got a really good laptop then. You've got a great laptop. You've got a good laptop. You're doing good. Even if you have fewer cores. But 20 versus 24 cores, it's not a big difference. And you can still get a pretty good, decent performance. So it sounds like you're on the right track. Okay. Okay. So we need, now the audio manager will be created automatically. Get the audio working. Okay, so we've got some audio music here. Okay, so we got some music. So let's move the level music. All right, we'll do that real quick. All right, ls, cd, let's see, ls, where are we at? All right, ls, okay. So cp level star 2 / desktop AI game, my project. It wanted to go into resources, project, assets, resources. That directory does not exist yet. Okay, we can fix that. Okay. mkdir, desktop, AI game, my project, assets, resources, audio. All right, so let's grab this, copy, paste. Okay, with the -p. Perfect. Okay, now we cp this. Resources audio dot there. Okay, cd, we go to this directory. All right, mv level 1 to level 1 dot wave, mp3. Is it wave? Wave. Or wave. Perfect. Okay. mv level 2, just level 2, wave 2, level 2 dot wave. Whoops. Level 2, mv level 3 to level 3 wave. Excellent. Okay. Good to go. Okay. Do you have any idea when might be seeing the AI bubble burst? It depends. It might, I don't think there's some overvalue happening right now. There's some hype and overvalue. It doesn't mean that it's going to be that value in the future. So it's very possible that if we continue on this trend, like here, check this out. 2 years ago in 2024, these generative coding these coding tools like GPT, Codex, Claude, Anthropic, Gemini, the code generators were only able to solve 10% of software engineering problems in the benchmark, SWE benchmark. Today, it's able to solve 75%. That's huge. So that is a ton of value right there. That's billions of dollars of value. At this point, the AI bubble, I mean, it might just keep growing. And I don't think there's going to be a burst as much as maybe a slight deflation and an inflation. I think it'll just cycle. I think that's what's going to happen because there's so much value baked into the existing technology today. It is not being leveraged. It's just not being leveraged. AGI has begun. The huge arc of how human brains work. The HRM works like human brain, just needs a lot of space. We're getting close, aren't we? What is it? The Singularity 2028 is supposed to happen in 2028. So that's 2 years away. So we've got 2 years before the predicted AGI Singularity, where AI becomes super intelligent and it exceeds humanity. It's supposed to be in 2028. So that's the prediction of not me. I didn't predict it. This is, was it Bernard Benji, right? Who predicted this? We got 2 years to go. It's going to get exciting. I think it's going to get very exciting. Okay. So let's see if we got our music and then we're going to head out here. All right. So we'll stop. Okay, play. Is it playing? Do we got music now? All right, we got music. We did it. We got music. Okay. That means we did it. We did it, you guys. All right. So now we've got a highly performant game that learns and it chases the player and it learns how to play. Perfect. So you can hide and then it will learn every few frames. It gets smarter and smarter every frame. We did it. People saying AI can replace human, but we both know there isn't enough hardware to create and maintain even 10% of software active right now. And that as well, RAM shortage for the same. You're right, Unknown Gamer, you're absolutely right. Why the ball's scared? Oh, so when you get close to the AI, the screen shakes and the player shakes. But the AI shouldn't shake, I assume. Yeah, the AI is shaking. You're right, the AI should not shake. The AI shouldn't be shaking. You bring a good point. All right, that's something that we can fix next time. So we did it, you guys. We got it running in Unity. We got the Python game. We moved it over and we got it running in Unity. Isn't that cool? Isn't that amazing? We did it. All right, everyone. Isn't it funny? I think it's neat. I think it's pretty neat. It's because it's getting close. It's getting close, and then you lose. And you can lose if it touches. So you can hide. You can hide here. We did it, you guys. We did it. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. We achieved our objective. We've got the AI, and we've got everything working, for the most part, working really well. Pretty well, right? And so I intentionally reduced the learning capabilities of the AI, so that way you get these weird moments where the AI doesn't quite know what to do and it doesn't know how to approach you. It's a foreshadowing, right? It's a foreshadowing. The AI it's not smart enough to come after us. But in 2 years, it might be. In 2 years, it might be smart enough to come and get us. So we got to be careful. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me today, spending some time getting our Unity game up and running. I was able to learn quite a bit. It was a good experience. It only took about an hour and a half to get this up and running. It was not a problem. It was actually pretty easy. It was pretty easy. All right, everyone. So we're headed out now. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for spending time with me. We'll do some other fun things. I want to get back into PyTorch and stuff. No, Steven is more than that. Come on. Wait, what do you mean? It was more than that? Well, yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, the port over to Unity only took about an hour and a half. The coding for the game in the original format for Python, that took about a week. We submitted about a week. Cool. Sounds good, everyone. We'll head it out. See you guys tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.